welcome to week 2.
Clue 2.
Clue 2 spoiler video.
Spoiler vid.
With all the help.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I don't think there'll be as much. This is a fairly straightforward clue.
Yeah.
Last week, of course, was clue 1. If you're stumbling across this, we are Cozy Up with the Stitchin' Sisters.
Yeah.
We are running a mystery knit-along right now, started January 1st.
Yeah.
It's for a 3-color fingering weight shawl called My Sisters Shawl.
Yeah.
You can find it on Ravelry.
But not a picture of it.
But not a picture.
It's still...
It's a mystery.
Yeah.
So you can kind of you can dig around and find out a few things that have happened.
Yeah.
But this is really for clue 2.
Yeah. So if you're not quite at clue 2, turn this off. Spoiler,
Yes.
You're going to see clue 1 and clue 2
Yes.
at this point.
You will see them both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we do it?
Let's do it.
We're just hiding away.
Yeah. We just finished podcasting. So.
Yes. So we are just hiding in the back room and want to get this up for you guys to see.
Before all the kids start screaming.
So,
okay, so clue 2.
Should we talk about it first? So you have it in your box. Jamie's clue.
Jamie's clue.
You can
Which
read
is
all the
funny.
reasons why it's my clue.
So.
If you follow us, you know
that
Jamie likes to mess up all the lace.
But yeah, Jamie demands all
But
the
I
lace.
love lace. So it's such a love-hate relationship with lace.
Yeah.
But I demanded lace in this pattern.
Yeah.
And a fancy one.
Yeah, and I decided to do it.
Yes. It's fancy, but doable. And
Yeah,
very enjoyable.
Yes. And it looks daunting because what is it, a 16-row repeat?
It is.
That you repeat 3 times total.
Yes.
So we're going to go with
3 times.
So you do 1 through
total.
16, 1 through 16, 1 through 16.
Okay. 3 times.
1, 2, 3.
Just do it 3 times.
3 repeats.
It's not 4, it's not 2, it's not 5, it is 3 times.
Yes.
Total. So, do not be afraid of the 16
long,
rows.
It's and it looks so pretty.
It's so pretty. Take it row by row. But
Yeah.
what we want to do in this clue, in this video, is show you what it looks like.
So that you know if you're on the right track or not. So if you think you can do this without looking at what it's supposed to look like.
I think you should attempt it.
Also turn this off. But if you have attempted it maybe once and you're just not seeing what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
This is why
this is where you want to be. We want to show it to you. And so I guess my suggestion for this clue, before you start, count your stitches. 97 stitches. It is not changed.
If you don't have 97, tink back a row and make it have 97. Yeah. Chances are through your yarn overs, you might have added a stitch or lost a stitch.
Get back on track. Get to 97 before you start row 1.
Because you need the stitch count. Yeah.
You do. Yeah. And it will remain the same for this Lacey. It's called Lacey's Eggs. Is what it's called.
So for this entire clue, it will stay the same.
For this part of the clue, it will stay the same.
So
for this part of the clue.
Also, don't let Lacey's eggs confuse you.
You guys.
So
Sarah,
my brain works funny, and when I was writing the pattern, it just came out onto my paper.
It's Lacey. But there's no, it's not zaggy. I don't even know what zag means.
So I might have been having a glass or 2 of wine that night, and I was just like writing out parts of my pattern, and it just.
Good thing I proofread these patterns and I actually do the writing of the patterns.
I didn't even realize that I had written Lacey's Eggs.
Yeah.
Until the next day, and I was like, oh.
Lacey's Eggs.
Okay.
It's kind of cute.
Whatever, I'm going to leave it. And we left it right at the pattern, so that's how it happened.
So that's Lacey's Eggs, and we hope you enjoy it. It'll take a little more brain power, but
it's
take it row by row. Don't think it's daunting. Row by row. There's some nice rows in there that are more relaxing.
Yeah.
And easy to knit back. And you'll find yourself flying through it. I did. I was like, in an evening I had almost 3 repeats done.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a little addicting.
It's addicting because you're like, just one more row. I want to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So here it is. Lacey's Eggs.
Again, spoiler, you're going to get a visual of clue 1 and now clue 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, part of clue 2.
Yeah.
So there's
clue 1 right there.
Okay, so you ended off when at the end of clue 1 we had you break off CC2.
Oh yeah.
And now you only have CC3 on your needles. You're going to work this part of clue 2 in CC3.
Yeah.
Okay. Here it is. In all its glory. Can you see that?
So it's diamonds.
It's little diamonds, and it's got like a stockinette half. And the bottom part of the diamond is a
reverse stockinette.
Reverse stockinette, sorry.
So the front
and back are reversible, essentially. So there it is. So it's got little, let's see if we can get some nice...
I'm trying to move out of the way.
I'll move my arm out of the way.
Just Don't lift it up too high.
No. There it is. Okay. So that works its way all the way across.
And we're going to put a picture in as well of a lighter colored section just so you can see it a little bit better.
And in the spoiler, you'll start seeing them pop up in the spoiler threads. I'll try to get a picture up in the spoiler.
Yeah.
Of what it looks like.
Yeah.
So that is probably the only trouble you'll have on Clue 2 is getting through the lace, making sure your stitch count is right. If you've never done yarn overs, well, now you have, obviously. You've done Clue 1, but a little bit more of an intricate lace pattern. But like we said, it's addicting.
Yeah.
And in a week, I feel confident that you can all get it done.
Yeah. Now, I just want to say one thing, because obviously there's a right side and a wrong side. The back side is a little bit different than the front. So your wrong side rows, which are your even rows, so your 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever. Just a quick check yourself as you're working across that row. You'll notice that your knit stitches. Okay, so for instance, one of the repeats is, we're going to look at row 2, and row 2 says knit 3, knit 2, purl 5, knit 3, and then repeat the knit 2, purl 5, knit 3. So essentially it's a knit 5, purl 5 as you get kind of going into it. Your knit stitches will be knit stitches. So if when you're working your wrong side, if you're not knitting your knit stitches,
if they're not lining up, double check.
If it's not lining up, something's gone wrong. So it's just a quick check yourself. So your pearls, those 5 pearls will be worked over your yarn overs from the row before, and the pearls are a little harder to see if you're on track with, but your knits, whether it's 3, 5, 7, 9, whatever the pattern says, those knit stitches should be knit stitches. You should not be knitting on a purl, and you should not be knitting on a yarn over.
Okay.
Except for the very last row, but you'll see that.
So that's just a quick check. Don't let that confuse you. Just follow the pattern.
Follow the pattern, but it's just like, if you're worried that you've done the lace row wrong, or you don't end up with the right amount at the end of your row, you can stop yourself and say, okay, let me look. Was I knitting on my knits?
Yeah, and just kind of...
And if they weren't, you'll see that jag.
And you'll find, because I had to take out, I think I had forgotten, maybe I missed a yarn over or something on the row before. I'd missed something.
And it jagged her over one stitch.
But I ended correctly, and I was like, oh, what the heck happened? But then I found my mistake. And actually, now, I do want to mention this. If you haven't knit any sort of more intricate lace, I want to show how the repeats work, because I guaranteed I'll be asked how you read this. Okay? So, row 1, knit 3, knit 1, yarn over, SKP, which is right up here, or it's also in your abbreviations. And then you've got purl 2. Then you've got this little section in stars. See the beginning of the star to the end of the star. The next part says repeat star to the last whatever. You're only repeating what are in those
just
stars.
In that star.
You're not repeating the whole row when it says repeat and then has the little whatever that's called. What is that little symbol?
Isn't it an asterisk?
Whatever. It's a star to me.
Star.
Repeat from star to star, just what's in the star.
Yes.
Repeat that section over and over and over until the last 9 stitches or whatever it tells you.
Yeah, some are 9, some are 10, just depending.
Okay? So, I just want
that
to be clear. Field that one. You are only ever repeating what's in
the stars.
Generally, they're in brackets or something. Today, they're in stars.
Yeah.
We'd like stars.
Yeah. And we're using brackets elsewhere, so we didn't want to confuse
Exactly.
the two.
We would have been very confusing, so I think...
And each row says repeat from star to star. So repeat the inside of that over and over until your last X amount of stitches.
Yeah.
Then you continue on the pattern.
I get so excited when I'm working like a lace like this. And it's like repeat to the last 9 stitches and I get to the end and I have 9 stitches.
I know.
It
makes
so
exciting.
Oh my gosh, I did it right. It makes my day. Yeah. Because I have a bit of a track record with lace. So
totally.
Yeah, I love all the lace. So you're welcome. You can thank me for this section. And I think this is fairly straightforward. Do we want the second?
There is another section in Clue 2.
So there's 2 pages. So you're going to have 2 pages of this well, you'll have 4 or whatever, but the last 2, okay? You've got Lacey's eggs, and then you've got one more section.
And then
which is kind of fun.
That we're going to leave that one.
Let's read it and make sure.
We're not even going to spoil it.
Let's not spoil it.
No, because it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And it'll just be kind of a surprise. So at least for this part, we just really wanted to show you that lace section. And for the next little ending of clue 2, it'll be a surprise.
Oh, my children.
Yeah.
So here we are. That was that. I think we're going to leave the last part for everyone to find out on their own.
Yeah.
I don't see it being an issue. Just
it's
read
pretty
it.
straightforward,
It's
and
straightforward.
it's a bit more of the surprise part of it. So.
Yeah. And again, it does go back into a little bit of the color change, which we did address. There's been lots of questions.
How to carry
about
your yarn.
the color changes.
Yeah.
We addressed it in our last podcast. You'll see that just our last episode. We
Yeah.
recorded on Thursday, which is actually today.
Yeah.
Because we're just recording. But anyway, so check that out, or check out the threads on Ravelry. You guys, that is the first place to go for questions.
Yeah.
We've got people in there that are talking and know what they're talking about.
Yeah. And there is a in one of the threads, someone put a video.
A really good video.
A really good video about carrying your yarn. So if you have any questions about that, please reference that. It's where you're going to find your answers for sure.
Otherwise, don't stress out. Keep on going. We hope you loved Clue 1. And I cannot wait to see the pictures.
I know. I'm
start coming.
So excited.
You guys, your color choices are beautiful. It's just been a blast.
Yeah.
So
we have little kids trying to get in the door, so we better end there.
Okay, well, have fun this week, and we'll see you next week. Happy knitting!